Alright guys, so every now and then a new mod comes along that reminds me of why I fell in love with Total War in the first place. And for me, the perfect example of this is Age of Justinian. It's always been one of those rare gems rich in historical detail, packed with atmosphere and immersion, and grounded in some brilliant Total War gameplay. Now, the same talented team behind this mod, and actually led by one of the greatest modders out there, Wibbly Wobbly Wonder, if you're watching this, I love you man, has returned with something even more daring, the Gothic War, a brand new campaign for Total War Attila that builds upon previous mods in bold and thrilling ways. Now, before we dive straight in, if you don't own Total War Attila, you can pick up the game and its DLCs with a massive 88% off on Instant Gaming, a reputable game key reseller that I've been using for a little while now. They have a great roster of games on sale like Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered, if you haven't checked it out, I love it, Crusader Kings 3 Chapter 4, or even the entire Total War catalog, all with big discounts. So if you're thinking about buying a new game, any game, make sure to click the link below to get your games for cheap and support the channel at the same time. Now let's get back to the video. Set in 536 AD and using the Age of Charlemagne campaign map, the Gothic War zooms in on the very moment when the Eastern Roman Empire launched its audacious campaign to reconquer the Italian peninsula. Where Age of Justinian offered sweeping grandeur and high imperial stability, this new mod is about raw conflict, fragile power, and the struggle to survive as much as conquer. It's intimate, bloody, and refreshingly focused. This isn't just a reskin or a side project. If you've played Age of Justinian or the other mods in this team's roster, this is a full campaign overhaul with an original vision delivered with the same historical precision, aesthetic excellence, and gameplay innovation that made Age of Justinian so memorable. The Gothic War rewinds the timeline to 536 AD, a moment of high tension and high stakes. Belisarius has just seized Sicily and prepares to invade the mainland. The Ostrogoths, divided but not yet defeated, still hold Ravenna, Rome, and much of Italy. The balance of power could tip either way, and that's exactly what makes this campaign so compelling. Also, this isn't just a different year, it's a different campaign experience built on the Age of Charlemagne map. And what a difference that makes, honestly, with more detailed terrain, a tighter, more immersive focus on Italy, Gaul, Britain, the fringes of Germania and Hispania. The map supports a far more dynamic and reactive style of play compared to the grand campaign, of course. Movement, supply, terrain all feel much more impactful, and this map change is one of the mod's quiet masterstrokes in my opinion, and it elevates everything around it. There are 12 playable factions in the campaign, and each offers a distinct playstyle, challenge, and story. Embark as Justinian's Eastern Roman forces with the Expeditio Romani under Belisarius in their ambitious reconquest of the West, or maybe play as Regnum Italiae, or the Ostrogoths, the defenders of Italy ruling from Ravenna. Can you hold the empire together against internal strife and external invasion? There's the kingdom of Soissons, a last remnant of Roman authority in Gaul, isolated but proud. Visigoths, the rulers of Hispania, watching the Eastern Empire with caution, fight or wait. Or the Suebi kingdom, a smaller power with big ambitions in Western Iberia. Sclaveni, the Slavic tribes on the rise. The Danes, a proto-Viking experience based around raiding, colonization, daring seaborne campaigns. You've got Saxonia, Germanic tribes with deep cultural roots and tactical mobility. You've got Mercia, Powys, the kingdom of Olayde, three distinct British and Irish campaigns offering local conflicts with a Celtic or post-Roman flavor, and Brittany, a coastal stronghold balancing identity, trade, survival. And each of these campaigns plays very differently with unique unit access, geography, strategic dilemmas, whether you want the grand continent-spanning goals of Rome or the local gritty conflicts of Powys or Olayde. The variety is stunning and makes for an immense amount of replayability. In terms of gameplay, the biggest shift here, a total game changer, is the mod's unit pool recruitment system. Gone is the standard method of simply building barracks and teching up for better troops. Instead, the Gothic War introduces over 300 regionally based unit pools, from which armies recruit locally available forces using a new UI button called Local Units. This means your army isn't just a national roster, it's shaped by where you're fighting. Push into North Africa and you'll draw on Berber auxiliaries. armies. Occupy Gaul and you'll see Frankish or Gallo-Roman troops. Every province has its own pool, and those units take time to replenish as well, so what you use, you might not get back for several turns or even ever. This system radically alters the flow of campaign gameplay. You're no longer building ideal armies in your capital and marching them across the map. You're forming rough, opportunistic, hybrid forces based on what's available, just like real late Roman generals did, and it makes every army feel alive and grounded in the world. More importantly, though, it rewards strategic adaptation. You must think like a field commander, not a production planner. And the AI does this too, leading to wildly diverse enemy stacks full of surprises. This is, hands down, one of the most innovative recruitment systems in any Total War mod I've seen. And to match this adaptive campaign gameplay, the mod also rebalances the battle mechanics, of course, for more immediacy and realism. Health pools are reduced, armor and shields are reweighted, and missile units tweaked to feel powerful but not overpowered. The result is deadlier, grittier combat where every clash feels consequential. Missile volleys hurt, cavalry charges matter, flanks crumble if left exposed, but battles still last long enough to allow real tactical decisions. They're tense, cinematic, and decisive, the perfect mix for a campaign where your units aren't easy to replace. Now, just to be clear, the Gothic War is still in development. It's not out for public play just yet. There are placeholders in some family trees, missing general skins for a few factions here and there, and some map names and victory conditions still under construction. Scripts for some major events like Avar invasions or plagues are planned but not yet live, but the foundation is rock solid, and the mod already plays better than many completed overhauls I've played before. Recent updates have added new custom battle UI skins, rebalanced stats, improved loading screens, work is underway on naval units, more polished garrisons, and additional campaign scripts. But what's already here is stable, rich, and absorbing. What's coming next is just more icing on a very good cake. Overall, for me, and I think for a lot of players out there, Age of Justinian stood as one of the high points of historical Total War modding. It captured a world in flux with elegance and depth, amazing gameplay. Now, the Gothic War picks up that torch and runs even further than I thought was possible. It dares to zoom in, break the mold, and reinvent how a late Roman campaign should play. It's better than the official Belisarius campaign. And like I said, it's not out just yet, but it will be out very soon, in the next few months at the very least. The recruitment system alone is worth trying the mod for, the faction variety, the map setting gives it endless replay value, and the battles, fierce, grounded, and meaningful, tie the whole experience together into something absolutely unforgettable. I would say whether you want to march under the Eagle of Rome one last time to reconquer lost lands, or hold back that tide as the Ostrogoths, or carve out your legend in the mists of Britannia, this mod, the Gothic War, is definitely one of the best new experiences in Attila Total War. It's not just a mod, it's a properly great campaign worth playing, and definitely worth remembering. And that's it for today, guys. I've dropped a link below to the Discord server if you want to check out more. Definitely to be updated when the mod is officially released, which will happen very soon. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. If you did, give it a like, drop any thoughts or questions in the comment section below, and let me know what you think about the Gothic War, this brand new mod for Total War Attila. Subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.